Hello and welcome to the Funnyfarm Pod Guest episode number 2. I'm Chris and we've got Charlie here as usual. Joe's got man flu, so he's not joining us today. But I have got a very good friend of mine, James Wallace, who I've known for probably about 15 years. He's a comedian. He's a good chap, all-round good fella, and like us, he's suffered with his mental health over the years. Yeah, kindly agreed to come on and have a chat with us. So how are you doing today, James?
Yeah, I'm all right, thank you, Chris and Charlie. Good to see you both.
Excellent.
And you?
Yeah, it's a long time, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been a while. I think I gigged with you in Barnsley last time I saw you, I think, mate.
Yeah, if memory serves me, you picked me up from my house.
Yeah, lovely house as well. I think he's
I'm
selling it, aren't you?
trying to sell it, so if you know anyone.
Yeah, if anyone... Well, Charlie's in property. He might be able to help you out with that. I don't know.
Yeah.
So what you been up to then, James? How's gigging been going? How's life in general?
Yeah, no, gigging's really good, thanks. It's a bit shitter now because I have no car.
Right.
And that's the problem. So I'm just gigging locally where I can, which is like there's no money in it. Cost me money to do it, but I enjoy it, and it's gets me out of the house and socializing, meeting people. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. Do you reckon your comedy's inspired by like past mental health issues and things like that, or
It's I don't know. I try to do I tend to do sort of one-liners, quick fire gags, and to me the comedy is kind of what I find funny.
Hmm.
It may not be what you find funny, but I think it's funny. Therefore, I think right, there's a joke there. I'll do it. So for me, it's not really inspired by mental health. It's probably distraction from mental health.
yeah, I think there's a lot of comedians, myself included, that I find it like a bit of a therapy session. Sometimes I don't particularly. I do a bit about my past mental health. I did a few jokes about like my suicide attempts, and they landed like a lead balloon, mate. It's like I was talking to a guy at the gig last night, actually, and hopefully going to get him on the pod. He works in suicide prevention, and he was kind of saying like I mentioned like the stuff I'd done, and he was like. There still is like this massive fucking stigma around people and the mental health. And he was like, we should be laughing about stuff like this. You know, it's like we should be able to go on stage and talk about our problems and be able to have a bit of a laugh about that. But yeah, there's certain subjects that do seem to fall into the dark category, and people just don't kind of tend to go with that. And I certainly found, and my joke was only about me being a failure and that I'd failed at suicide. It was just a bit of a quip around the fact that I'd not really succeeded much in
Which is
life.
yes, the last thing you need when you think
Yeah,
you failed life. You want to end it.
yeah. And then
Fail
you fail that.
it. Right.
But
Uh,
thank God we did, James. Thank God we did.
Absolutely. Yeah. I was going to say something then. It's
Oh,
gone.
sorry, mate.
That's all right. No, I was listening to you. No. Oh, I'll tell you what it was. It was. Do you know Chris Purchase?
I've heard of him. I've never met him. I don't think. Didn't he set up like ultra comedy and stuff?
I don't know if that's if he set it up or anything, but he did. There's a video of him on YouTube somewhere. It's like a 5 minute story of him talking about his failed suicide attempt.
Hmm.
And he does it in a way that it's both funny and kind of nice.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm going to have to find a link somewhere. And I mentioned it last night to somebody.
Yeah, send it to us.
It's really, really good.
Hmm.
And he's like, talks about trying to drown himself. And he makes it funny without it being
Too harsh.
like you're able to laugh with him.
Yeah.
Rather than, because I suppose the danger is if you're telling a story about I tried to kill myself, the danger is the audience maybe don't want to laugh because they're like, "But you okay though, mate?"
Yeah, and I think there's also that element that there's a lot of people that suffer with the mental health nowadays, and it might be a bit too close to the bone with some people that they're going through stuff and whatnot, and that's what this pod's all about. Is like we want to raise awareness of mental health and kind of allow people a bit of a platform to openly talk about it. We have, I mean, Charlie, he's gone through his own struggles and stuff like that back in the day, and yeah, like I say, it's like there's always that residue, isn't there, that's there that kind of just keeps you in that place. Tell us a bit about kind of your struggles then, James. What you've been through and how you've come through it.
So I think I've suffered from depression for years and years, and I knew that I did before I got diagnosed. It was like, so for me, sort of going to the doctors and saying, well, this ain't right. Like, what's happening in here? What it's telling me to do is, I know it's not right. I was just like, I just want some sort of help. So I got put on citalopram to start with.
Yeah.
And I hated it. It was like, right. So for me, your daily mood is up and down.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter whether you're normal or you're depressed. It's like you're up and you're down, and that's perfectly fine. I sort of, for the mathematicians, I call it like a sine wave.
Okay, I don't know what that means.
It's a squiggle.
A squiggle.
Like one at the top, minus one at the bottom, and it averages on zero, but it's a squiggle. It's a curve.
Right.
It goes. Anyway. Trigonometric functions on a mental health podcast.
Wow. We never expected that, did we, Charlie?
No, we didn't.
Say again, Chaz.
I do know what a sine wave is. You just look flummoxed, Chris.
Oh, mate, I passed GCSE maths, and my kids both did A-level maths, and then they've gone on to uni and stuff. My daughter's like incredibly intelligent with the whole. She's doing chemistry at uni, hopefully next year. So all this mathematical stuff, it went beyond me. I still think though, with me C in maths, I could teach the kids today at a good standard, if I'm being honest.
Anyway, James, I know exactly how you feel, that up and down and your average being on zero, your average out that day. I've been going through that for like 30 odd years.
Yeah. So for me, the reason I hate citalopram was that it took away all feelings.
Yeah.
So
that's
instead
me as well.
of your ups and your downs, all I'd got was a flat line at zero.
Yeah.
And because there was no prospect of a one, like if you're at -1, it's like you know that there's going to be a one coming soon. So so you're happy. You're going to be all right. But when you flatline at zero, there's no prospect of that one. Therefore, it felt worse than zero, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think we've talked. I mean, that you've put that in a much more intellectual way than we did, but we've spoke about medication on the pod a little bit, and we had some backlash on it actually. So we were kind of saying that we've all been medicated and none of us are now. And so, like for me, and this will resonate with you as well, James, I think I went on, I had fluoxetine first of all, made me ill, so I came off that. It like properly made me poorly. And then I did sertraline, which is recent. That's like in the last sort of year or two. And like trying to write comedy and perform comedy when you're at that zero, as you kind of explain it, it kind of dumbed me down so much that my creative mind kind of died on me. It just and on stage it was just monotone, and I couldn't kind of raise myself. When I came off it, my missus said I was manic. But I've kind of come down a bit now, and I've kind of leveled it out, and I'm sort of using different types of, talk to me, a bit of self-talk, and this really helps, like chatting to Charlie and Joe on a weekly basis and stuff like that. So I completely understand where you're coming from. You just put it in a much more eloquent, intelligent way than I did.
Well, thanks. I don't mean to like sound intelligent. Just like
Well,
it
you
was
are.
just in my mind, it was the best way to explain it.
You actually look like you could be a maths teacher, mate. I'm not, you've got the lovely little blazer on and the lovely beard.
Timu coat.
Oh, it's a coat, is it?
Green jeans with it as well. Green coat, green. Fuck yeah.
You definitely look like a modern day maths teacher, mate. I think you'd pull that one off, definitely. But yeah, sorry, carry on, mate. So when did you first? So we've gone straight into like diagnosis, medication. When did you first kind of realise that there was something like not quite right? And was there any? I don't, say what you want to say. That don't not too personal, but
so context. I'm 38 now.
mm-hmm.
So I think I was in my early 20s.
Yeah.
And the first time that I knew there was something wrong, I think, early to mid 20s, possibly nearer to mid 20s, I think, because I'm just trying to think which girlfriend was the current one at the time.
It's about when you met me, mate. I was just thinking, like,
you're not the link.
Thank fuck for that. I'm doing a mental health awareness podcast, and I'm the cause of James's mental health issues.
Right, first time I met Richmond, I wanted to fucking kill myself.
I came to because James booked me for he used to do a gig in Belper, and he booked me a couple of times. It was a nice little gig, that was. He ran it well. And yeah, that was when we first met, wasn't it, buddy?
It was, yeah.
It's interesting to say, it was sort of like, your early 20s to mid 20s. When did you realise, Chris, that you?
When I first realised, it was early 20s. Yeah, so I was. It was when we worked for that stationery company that I first went to the doctors. And yeah, that was when I got put on fluoxetine, and then I think I was about 21. Was it about 2001 we worked for them?
Yeah.
So I'd have been 21, 22 at that point. Yeah. So what about yourself, Charlie? Just out of interest.
Mine was like early 20s. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably about 20.
Ain't that weird? Ain't that weird that it's like all the same?
Because like the moment I realised there was something wrong, I got a knife from the kitchen, and I tried to slit my wrist.
Oh Jesus, mate!
But it hurt too much, and I couldn't do it. I pussied out of it.
Don't say that.
But
what was going through your head at the time? What were your thoughts? What was it? Why did you want to do it? Because I totally know what my thoughts were when.
To be honest, I don't really know. It was just that there was something wrong, and I just didn't want to carry on.
Yeah.
But then I couldn't do the self-harm thing. And now the irony is that I kind of now live with 4 cats. There was one on the screen a few minutes ago. And they scratched me like, fuck, I look like I self-harm, but I don't.
You said that the other day, didn't you?
I live with 4 cats, and they're all fuckers for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, there's one on my knee. Oh, it's gone.
Can I ask you an open and honest question? So I've not drunk for 2 years now. I think that like I first realised there was like something wrong in my mid-20s, early to mid-20s. I tried my suicide attempt was like 2002, 2003 kind of time. I failed twice at that. Thankfully, I'm really happy about that now.
I'm glad you did.
Yeah, thank you, mate, and you too. And I've like realised since that my issues started probably when I was at school. So I can track anxiety all the way back to when I was at school, like when I was probably 9 or 10 years old, maybe even earlier than that. and a few things happened in my childhood that probably triggered that. But it was like, like I think everybody has that Sunday night feeling where, fuck me, I don't want to go to work tomorrow. And I remember having that to a very debilitating level at school. And I was anxious, and we've talked about loads of stuff on the pod, like about my behaviours and the guys' behaviours when we were younger, and it like links back to that, like, and everybody has that. I don't want to go to school tomorrow, or this, that, and the other. But mine was pretty debilitating. Like, I'd force myself to go because my mum and dad would have dragged me there and thrown me in the playground, kind of thing, if I hadn't have done. But I used to go, but then it was quite debilitating. And then I learnt to mask at a very, very early age. So I learnt to mask my feelings incredibly well. But yes, do you,
Right.
like, obviously both of you, a question to both of you really, like, you realised there was a problem, you can't, because it's like realising there's a problem, or is it admitting there's something wrong and going and trying to get help at that age? Did you know before that, or have you since realised where it kind of stemmed?
Right. I'll answer that one first. For me, not really at school, because I kind of went to a nice school and there wasn't much bullying or whatnot. It was like with like as long as you could make people laugh,
Yeah.
you have friends. So I think possibly that's where my love for comedy came from. It was that if you can make people laugh, they won't bully you.
Yeah. So
They'll,
let
they'll, they'll
let
like it.
me let me just interject a little bit there, because that's how I masked it.
Ah,
So that's how I masked being anxious and down and this, that, and the other. I used to be the class clown. I used to make people laugh and stuff like that. So that's how I masked it. And to a certain degree, is that still how I'm kind of masking it now, even into my,
yeah.
like, I'm on my way down to 50 now.
Right. Maybe I just want to pick up on the Sunday evening thing as well,
Yeah.
because I was in my 20s, so I'd never drink on a Sunday evening
Hmm.
because I'd have work Monday morning, and that was my busiest time. My busiest time of the week was the moment I walked into the office, and it was all go, basically all Monday.
Yeah.
Uh, so what I used to do on a Sunday night, back when petrol wasn't quite such a rip off, was I'd go for a drive, and I'd have no idea where I was going. I just on a whim I'd go somewhere,
Hmm.
and I'd be gone for an hour or two.
Yeah.
And my rule was that I couldn't come home the way I'd gone.
Yeah.
I couldn't use a map. I couldn't use a sat nav. I'd have to get back, looking at signs, looking at like, and so let's say I'd gone, I ended up in Leek, for example,
Yeah.
which I had done before. I'd then see the sign for Ashbourne, so I'd be like, right, I'm going on that road because I know
Hmm.
Ashbourne. I can get home from Ashbourne, and it was that the whole distracting myself
Yeah.
from mental health, and then getting this sort of this feeling of I've got to get back
Yeah.
somehow.
What
And
age are you at this point, James?
in my 20s at some point,
Yeah. Cool.
um, my mum's car, not mine,
Mm.
my mum's car, not mine, and it was like it was a nice distraction because it kind of put some sort of a fight or flight thing in me
Yeah.
to deliberately get lost. So then I'm not focusing on the fact I want to kill myself. I'm focusing on the fact I want to get home.
Yeah.
And because I can't use a map and there were no sat navs back then.
Hmm.
Well, not a good one anyway.
Yeah. 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 They've
There
kind of
was no
developed well now, haven't they?
there's no like unlimited phone data. So
No.
I was entirely on my own with the road and the road signage just to so I'd get lost. and then some sort of instinct kicks in. It's like I'm going to get home, and that was my treatment every Sunday night. I just do that, and I end up. I just drive, fuck knows where. Like
Is that
I don't even know where I went half the time.
is that like because you just don't have to think about your issues? You're just focusing on the road, and
Yeah.
or are you like self-talking? Is there something? Do you put the radio on? What was like the general? Because it's an interesting one. I mean, I think going for a drive is quite calming, especially on a Sunday when there's not so many folk on the road. I mean, the guys all know on my me and Charlie have had chats about fucking traffic and stuff, and we hate it, don't we, mate? But yeah, on a Sunday afternoon, that's gonna kind of, I suppose, be a bit chilling. Although those roads around Leek and Ashbourne are fucking horrible in this time of year, mate. I mean, that'd probably drive me to the point of wrapping my fucking car around a tree.
Oh yeah, like if I was going to do it now, I'd probably avoid Buxton.
Yeah,
Right?
you would today. I think they've got snow up there from what James was saying last night.
Because like Buxton is frequently like the coldest place in England.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I did my driving test there all those years ago.
Wow. We were saying last night, we got up like, so I live not like Nottingham, but Joe's Ilkeston. It's literally just up the road. I live Trowell, so it's like, yeah, just up the road. And he got to me and it was pissing it down with rain. So we messaged Charlie like, and we're like, is it raining there, mate? 'Cause I can't see the point walking around Chester if it's pissing it down. And Charlie's like, no, sun's out. It's lovely up here. Like, it's Mediterranean. And you know what? We got up there and Charlie's like in his bobble hat and that. I didn't even put my hat on. You know, it was so nice and warm. And then we got to Leek, mate. We got to Leek and it was like we just jumped in the fucking Baltic. It was so fucking cold up there. It was unreal. And the mist was like, Jesus Christ, it looks like somebody had lit a fire. It was so misty. But yeah, the Derbyshire Dales are famed for that, aren't they? Like it's a bit bleak.
It's very bleak.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, this is like in your 20s. What were you doing at the time? What was your job? Was it call centre?
No, I did that much later. Although I suppose it could have been. No, my job, I think at the time I worked at Abreu,
Right.
which is a ladder factory. It was
Okay.
in Belper. They got taken over by an American company called Werner. And the factory is now houses, and then moved offices to Burton. But so my job, I was a home delivery administrator.
Right. Okay.
And I'd look out of my office window, and I would see the factory floor, fucking ladders everywhere. That was so. My job was to make sure that anyone that had ordered a ladder for the house for home delivery, that they got it on time. So I'd be working with B&Q mostly, Amazon sometimes. I think Homebase was one, Argos another one.
Sounds like it was a step in the right direction.
It was the first rung on the career ladder. And so that job, so because most orders were placed over the weekend, that was why Monday was busy.
Yeah.
And I'd sometimes, so the job was that I'd sort of get the orders through, and I'd then tell the warehouse lads what we needed. Pick list and stuff like that. I have to create a pick list on Excel and stuff, and then say, right, lads, this is what we need. Go get it, and then I'll sort out the shipping stuff.
Yeah.
And well, like on a Monday morning, it was bad because there was so many orders from over the weekend that it took me much longer to get them that list of what was needed. Yeah. And because they knew it was busy, they'd be really pissed off because it's like, we need that information. And I'm like, I'll get you the information, just it's not fucking easy.
Yeah.
It's like there's a process, and I have to do the whole process, and then so it's so stressful that sometimes I went in on the weekend with no pay just to get them that first list of ladders, so they wouldn't be on my case first thing Monday morning.
Yeah, so Monday sounds like a hell day for you there. So
and yeah, I ended up telling my boss, this is me of all people, that I could never get up in the morning. I said on a Monday, I need to start work earlier.
Yeah.
Because there's so much more work to do. I negotiated it, like, instead of like a 9 o'clock start, I negotiated a 8:30 start on a Monday morning.
Yeah.
Which, like, it's so unlike me to do that because I like my sleep.
Sounds like
But
a fucking lie-in to me, that does.
it was like I just had to. I had to,
Yeah.
because if I didn't, then the day would have gone to shit.
Yeah. So do you think that you're like the first onset of you realizing you got issues? Do you think it was work related?
It's like I haven't really thought about it.
Because that
Which,
sounds like an incredibly stressful job. Mine like culminated around loads of different things. So obviously I've like the childhood stuff, and dealing with that all the way through childhood, and everything like that. Never really feeling that I fitted in too much, masking it with being, well, trying to be funny. And then like I found working for that company that we worked for was fucking incredibly stressful.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
there's a bit of a tale around it as well. So like I joined that company as like an area sales rep. So I went on everybody's patches and brought business in and then handed it over to the guys. And I did really well at that. I had a storming start. It was great. And then they put me on a patch in Nottingham because somebody left and the patch was open. So I ran that patch and I loved it. It was great. It was Nottingham City Centre and this, that, and the other. And then this bell end here, Charlie left, um, and they gave me his patch. And I think that was like the spiral for me on that job because I'd gone from Nottingham, which was, yeah, fair enough. The gaffer said I was geographically incorrect for Nottingham, although I lived 20 minutes from Nottingham. And he put me on the patch that Charlie had, which was like Chesterfield, Gainsborough, Retford, Worksop, Buxton, Matlock. And I fucking hated it. I hated it. With Nottingham, you just turned up in Nottingham and you were pretty much you could do all your prospecting and everything dead easy. It was dead close, and I think that was like the start of my like with that job. I also had like a really bad experience with a girlfriend that I'd got at the time, and that kind of didn't help. And I think that all spiraled then into. I went back into window sales and stuff after. So me and Charlie met a couple of years before that, and I ended up going back as a double glazing salesman. So you can see how depressed I was at that point. But there was like it was a number of things. So it was work, it was the past, it was the girlfriend issues, and the main one I think that's run through all of my mental health is the fact that I wouldn't call myself an alcoholic, but I was a problem drinker, and I was drinking all the time, eating the wrong foods and everything. So it's like everything all in one go, and that's been like my story throughout life, really. Is that a similar thing for you, James, or is it what's yours?
I mean, well, like, I like a drink, and
Mm,
I always have, since I sort of turned 18 and whatnot. Oddly enough, my dad never let me drink before 18.
no,
My dad was Irish and he ran pubs. And he was like, I know that this can ruin someone's trade.
yeah,
So you're not going to a pub until you're 18. So the only time that I drank underage was in Ireland at my cousin's 18th,
mm,
6 weeks before my own. That
yeah,
was anyway. So I so when I've had the shit jobs before, I've tended to go to the pub afterwards.
yeah,
To um like I don't know. I don't really consider drinking to be the problem. It's like a distraction. It's like I want the company.
yeah. So it's a
So
social element of it.
yeah, like I like to think that I could be in a pub and not drink,
Mm,
but then I kind of think, but what would be the point?
yeah,
Like I so like when I worked at the call center again, but I absolutely hated that job.
yeah,
I did 2 years there. I deliberately got myself fired from the job.
mm,
just I absolutely hated it. So I'd finish work, I'd go to the pub, and I'd be there till close,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd go home, have some dinner, like something to eat, sleep, and then work in the morning.
Yeah.
That was my routine. I hated the job so much that I felt that I needed to be in the pub with people that I knew, with people that I enjoyed being around.
So were
And
you drinking like every night then, and of a weekend too? So it was a constant.
yeah,
And
I didn't drink on a
every day,
Sunday
basically.
because I was driving.
Yeah.
I was driving somewhere to get lost and come home
Mm.
again. But yeah, I'd be drinking six nights a week.
Do you still do
And
that?
like I don't mean like getting shit faced.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. Yeah.
like it's like if you drink quite frequently, like 6 pints won't do that much to you.
Mm.
Yeah.
So like I could say, Jesus, like, what did I have last night? Like even now, I don't think I had about 7 pints last night,
Mm.
and I was up at 9 this morning, absolutely fine. I don't feel hungover. I feel like this was like, so how I am this morning is how I'd go to work.
Mm. What's your? I think Charlie just asked. What's it look like now on that front?
Drinking,
Yeah.
I do it too much.
Mm.
I do it too much. So like I barely drank at all for a few years when I was with my ex Laura,
Yeah.
the mother of my child, because I couldn't really. So I just didn't.
Mm.
Like occasionally, I'd have a few drinks because I like beer.
Yeah.
I like ales. I'm a real ale wanker.
No wrong with
I
that.
I will, yeah, love it. But I couldn't. So when we were together, 'cause we lasted 5 years.
Mm.
She's she's got a son who is 15 now, and he's very, very, very autistic.
Yeah.
We moved to Barnsley in May 2023. He's not been to school since we moved here
Right.
because they can't. Because the provision is so shit up here.
And you care for him, don't you? You're one of his carers still.
I'm a paid carer for him, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like because of having to look after him, and she has chronic fatigue syndrome. It's like couldn't really have a drink because I was always needed to do something.
Mm.
And then baby was born, my boy. It's like, oh, I can't have a drink now because he'll be crying at 2 a.m. I've
Mm.
got to change his nappy. I've got to do this. So I only really started drinking again, like properly, when we broke up.
Yeah.
Because the reason that I didn't drink when I was with her was responsibility and
Yeah.
love. It was like I'm being the best that I can be for this household.
Yeah.
But now I don't really have it. Okay, I'm gonna. My boys coming over at it's Wednesday morning, 10:47 now. My boys come in here at 12.
Yeah.
To 6 hours. So I'm gonna have him, and then I've got him at the weekend. So Friday afternoon till Sunday evening, and that's it. So if it's not those times, I can have a drink.
Yeah. I
And
just say
I do
massive.
because I live on my own,
Yeah.
and I don't know I don't know anyone in Barnsley. The reason we moved to Barnsley, because this is like people ask me like, why the fuck did you move there? Well, actually, it's a really nice place.
Mm.
It genuinely is, and the people are great. But so my parents died. My brother bought me out of the family house, so we had a half share each. I was in no position to get a mortgage. He was, so he bought me out of that. So then I had about 150 grand to buy a house for me and Laura at the time. And I was looking for at least 3 bedrooms. Sorry, that's just the dog chewing his dick.
They like that, don't they?
That was kind of like the Yelp.
It's a bit too hard.
I hate it when I do that.
I wish I could suck my own dick. I know this is a guest interview, and I know, but when I see my dog and I've got a little dachshund, James, and he's like lying there and he's just licking his bollocks. I'm thinking, do you know what? I wouldn't do anything other than that all day long. I'd be licking my cock all day. Anyway, back to the story. And can I just?
You wouldn't need a wife.
Sorry.
You wouldn't need a wife. You just
No, that's it. Can I just say massive respect to James because he's a proper dad, what I would call a proper fucking bloke. He's not shirked away from his responsibilities, not only for his own child, but his stepkid as well, who's severely autistic. And James has his stepkid and looks after him as well. Massive, massive respect to you, mate. 100% on that one. He really is a top bloke, James, I'd say. But anyway, you carry on your story. I just had to say that, mate.
Cheers, mate. I appreciate that. Where did I get to?
You were talking about your cat licking his bollocks, but where were we before that?
Because the dog fucking yelped, and then
it was basically that you were kind of talking about. We were talking about drinking, and you'd said about you doing 6 days a week, and now you can't.
So basically, I was saying, so like, why move to Barnsley? So
yes, that's right.
I had 150 grand spare to buy a house, and I needed ideally 4 bedrooms because my ex Laura, she's got another son. He's 19 on Boxing Day, who lives in Hull with his dad.
Yeah.
So I wanted 4 bedrooms. So there's a bedroom for us and one for the 2 boys each that lived there, and then a spare for like her mum or her oldest lad or whatever. So Barnsley was the furthest place south I could buy a 4-bedroom house for 150 grand.
Yeah.
And the first time I set foot in Barnsley was the day I moved into this house.
Right.
Like, I didn't view it because we lived in Hampshire back then. So it was, yeah. So because of that, so I moved to Barnsley knowing nobody in Barnsley. And I have a big problem that I know a lot of men and no women. And I hate it because I've got no idea where my next shag's coming from. I absolutely hate it.
Oh, come on, mate. You can't use that. You've got fucking Tinder, Hinge, Grindr, whatever you want to get on, mate. You can, if you want pussy, you'll find pussy.
I'm absolutely shit at it. I can't do dating apps.
How did you meet Laura? I can't do dating apps.
This is on record, isn't it? So it's kind of hard to say. She was married.
Oh, bloody hell! I didn't know that. Sorry, mate.
I don't know. Maybe we can edit this one out. I don't know, but
yeah, just carry on with the story about being in Barnsley, mate, and ignore that.
I'm the reason she got divorced.
Yeah.
But,
home wrecker.
We met on a Tuesday night in a pub in Belper,
nice,
where we both lived, and neither of us should have been there that night. It was totally by chance. So the pub is run by friends of mine. It's called the Thorn Tree on Chesterfield Road. Missed that place. And Tuesday night was the quiz night in the pub. And landlady, a friend of mine, April, she knows that I hosted quizzes before, and I have since. The usual host, somebody I know called Liz, she broken her foot, and so she couldn't physically get to the pub.
Yeah,
she couldn't walk there, and so she'd asked me if for a few pints, if I'd do it. I was like, free beer?
Go on then. Go on then. Twist me arm.
So, like, I wouldn't have been out because I was skint. So, like, I was like, happy to do that for a few pints. And Laura was there because at the time, like, well, she's a massage therapist by trade.
Nice.
It was, and she had a business at the Mill and Belper. You know this,
Yeah.
yeah. And she did some sort of Facebook competition about if you share this, you'll be put in a drawer and you'll win a free massage or whatever. And April, the landlady of the pub, won the free massage. So she said to Laura, "Come to my pub." So we were both in that pub at the same time.
Yeah.
So I was sort of me jolly hosting, and whenever I noticed these two nice women in the pub, the day that I fancied a friend. Nice bloke.
One up the bum, no harm done.
No, I kind of like. I think she knows this anyway. Like over time, I fell in love with her, but
yeah,
initially, it's not like I have a thing for blondes. Women beer. If it's blonde, I kind of want to put it in my mouth. And then so her friend was a blonde girl and like out of my league, like kind of like so attractive and friendly. And I sort of fancied her to start with.
Yeah.
Like I didn't say it because like I found out that she was quite newly married, and at the time I was like, yeah, married woman, yeah, I ain't gonna touch that.
And then history.
And then she got me. Then Laura got me. I tried everything I could to let her down. I tried to be the shittest that I could because I didn't want like so. I'd never been with a woman that had kids before.
Yeah.
Like I sort of like I wanted to be a boyfriend and not a stepdad.
Yeah.
I didn't want that. Like I was like, okay, you might have kids, but they've got a dad.
Yeah.
Like they can like the dad can do the dad shit. Like I'm happy to be the boyfriend, but I don't want to. I don't do all of that and more.
Yeah.
So like over time, she's invited me. Like I got a free massage from her a few times, and like every time, like she chased me, really chased me.
It's a nice feeling. I don't think I've ever had that, Chaz. Have you?
No.
I did.
Sorry.
I did everything I could to piss her off. I'd be always late. I'd let her down. I'd do that, and still somehow that she still wanted me. And I wasn't trying to play a game. I was just like, well, like you're married, you're a mother. I kind of like the attention, but at the same time, I don't really think that we should be doing this. So I tried to put her off to the point where she might stop, but she never did. And then we got together. She got divorced, and we
The rest is history.
Yeah.
Did you want to ask a question, Chaz?
Sorry, Chaz.
No. Forgotten. That's okay. You've just answered and everything. So yeah, sorry, I'm just jumping in. But I mean, I do have another question for you though. Where do you want your comedy to go? You know your comedy because you know you're doing quite a bit of that. You know you're doing all the pub quizzes and stuff, hosting all that. I mean, where do you want that to go? Or is it just like a bit of a hobby for you? Or
I mean, at the minute, it's a hobby because at the minute I have no car, so I'm very limited as to where I can go.
Yeah.
And I'm reliant on public transport or car shares, which is very annoying. But ultimately, I would love to be able to make a living from being funny, doing funny stuff. I am a million miles away from there. But ultimately,
you mustn't be. You're getting booked. You're doing gigs, so you know.
Yeah, but these are not gigs that pay.
Oh right.
Like these are these are I'm performing for free.
Yeah, so
Like not even for a free pint.
Yeah, so there's a bit of a structure within the comedy scene, and yeah, it kind of the thing is both me and James have been in and out of comedy, so every time you come back to it, you kind of start at the bottom again, and that's
there's
you
different
like
different gigs, and it's quite kind of
yeah.
annoying because you're in to start with. Because I had a 4-year break so when I met Laura, it was just before COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So because I met her and I was doing this and we had a baby, I had a 4-year break from stand up, and then I came back to it.
James is, I want to mention this actually. I don't know if James wants to talk about this, but James is a published writer in the Viz magazine.
Oh, very good.
Yes, I haven't sent them anything for a long time. I need to get back on it. But yeah, Viz used to publish all of my shit.
Can you share a couple of the jokes that you've had published?
Yeah, sure. So this one's funny now. Now I live in Barnsley. So a letter I wrote was, so tomorrow I'm going to Rotherham for my mother-in-law's funeral. Thankfully, I'll be visibly upset because I'll be in fucking Rotherham.
Yeah, James is a fan of the dark humour.
That wasn't dark. And then I had a top tip. I think it was. Will you shut up?
Don't put that as my dog.
Lads, I'm sorry. There's a van pulled up outside. It's a delivery van.
Yeah.
And the dog has obviously had to be like, no, you can fuck right off. There's just a van. It's not for me. It's for one of the neighbours. I'm gonna turn around.
Do you want a quick break?
That is the source of the barking.
Yeah, my dog barks at everything.
Right. Shut up! I love to hate him.
I don't think he's bothered about the van. I just think he was laughing at your joke, mate.
Yeah.
Right. I love to hate that dog. Like he'll be in the garden. He'll be in my garden, just out there. Ignore the shit in there, the old mattress. He'll be in the garden. Minding his own business.
Ignore the mattress, and then he points his phone at it.
He'll be minding his own business. He'll then come into the house, have a shit, and then fuck off back to the garden. But like, I can't hate him. And there's a really sentimental reason why. And it was because this dog was born on the exact same day that my mum died.
Oh, bless you.
And there's that thing, say 27th of July, 2021. It's hard to explain.
Yeah.
But there's almost, like, obviously I don't believe in religion or reincarnation or spirituality. I don't believe in any of that. But there's just a sentiment that I have that, like, no matter how annoying it is, my ceiling is shit. Yeah, my house is a shit tip. I had Cowboys do some work for me.
I've got to knock on the door
and not finish it.
Yeah.
But like, it's just so like the sentiment. I can't get rid of him.
No.
You know, like just because that was his. Born on the day that my mum died.
Yeah, that's gonna never. You're always going to have that link, aren't you? It's one of those things. So we're gonna have to wrap up quite soon, mate. But yeah. So just give us what if you obviously
you went to Viz as well, didn't you? Sorry.
Oh yeah, Viz. Yeah, go on.
Before we wrap up, so I had a so one of my jokes I do on stage now started out as a Viz top tip that they printed. And the top tip was for Dutch jihadists.
Okay.
Is a shoe bomb is an excellent way to pop your clogs.
That's quite a good joke, isn't it? I mean, Yeah, I like that.
So I do that one on stage, reworded.
Yeah.
I do that one on stage. So yeah, Viz printed so much.
Sorry, guys.
Just tell
Like,
Charlie that joke. I don't know if we
all right,
can. I
so
don't. We are
Viz
going to
print.
leave it in, but go on.
So I tell this one on stage now in a different format. But a top tip for Dutch jihadists is that a shoe bomb is an excellent way to pop your clogs.
Wow. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, James Wallace, close to the bone as ever. So,
it's a
like,
wordplay joke. It's not.
it's a good joke. So
What
wrapping.
else? What else do they have? No, like I said, like I had one that I quite like.
Go on.
But they they shared this one on their main Facebook page. It was for the England rugby team. Intimidate your opponents before a game by performing a Morris dance. It's a hacker joke, but yeah.
Yeah. I got that.
Another top tip: it was struggling to find local tradesmen. Simply walk into a pub at some point in the afternoon.
So you talk top tips you're talking there, mate. So as we wrap up, then obviously we've there's probably loads more stuff we could unpack on the mental health side of things, mate. And obviously we know it's an ongoing journey, as me and Charlie are going through, and lots of our listeners and stuff as well. Like, what kind of things would you, if somebody's suffering, feeling down, what would you kind of advise them to do, or
Yeah,
from your
so
experience?
I'll do a shout out as well in a moment. So I know at the start, before we started recording, Chris was saying that it's sort of mostly kind of like a mental health podcast, but you can't say men's because you don't want to you don't want to piss people off, and you want to be inclusive. And I kind of call that woke nonsense just because I'm a dick. I do like Andy's Man Club is a great one.
Yeah.
And if you guys know about it,
Yeah, I'm in conversation with
different
them.
bands
Yeah.
that I'm wearing. So like every Monday, apart from bank holidays, like 7 till 9, you just find your local group and it's a talking therapy. It's a group talking therapy.
Yeah.
And it's done the world of good for me. This is the reason that I know a lot of men in Barnsley and no women.
Mm.
So I'll go there, and it's like it just resets you. So like every week there are sort of 5 questions. You get in a circle. Like there are kind of rules and stuff. Like don't talk about certain things. Like don't talk about politics too much and religion, that kind of stuff. Just like and
Avoid the arguments, you mean?
yeah. The kind of like the polite conversation stuff you don't talk about.
Yeah.
Like stuff you wouldn't mention to your in-laws, kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So there's 5 questions. The first 3 are the same out every week. The first one is simple: how's your week been? And everyone takes it in turns to answer, and you're honest. If it's been shit, say it's shit.
Yeah.
If it's been great, say it's great. But don't feel bad that it's been a great week.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes the hardest thing is to be like, actually, now I'm all right. Like when you've been so shit for so long.
We were discussing that earlier on the week, weren't we? Because I had a really good week last week, and I felt a bit guilty because you were having a shit week, didn't I?
Yeah, and there's a feeling guilt, but
yeah,
no,
it's true. Yeah,
it's just be like, just be real and yourself. So first, how's your week been? Question 1. That's question 2 is a positive from the past week. So we're looking for a positive. And that can be trivial. It can be massive. It's anything. Like, so on Monday night, I said my positive for the week. It's usually spending time with my son. But this week I said that it was following a software update. My phone is downloaded Football Manager 26.
Nice.
I thought I was stuck with 24. And I was delighted with that outcome. So like that's a positive. Like that's many days lost now, but
Yeah.
I've got that. Question 3 is anything to get off your chest. So this is like your big rants, your big like if you're having a crisis, talk about it, because it's
Yeah.
kind of like the old adage of a problem shared is a problem halved. Like
Sounds like our
it,
podcast every Monday,
like
doesn't it?
yeah, the more you talk about it, the less it gets to you over time. And then there's usually a little break for tea and smokes and whatever. And then questions 4 and 5 is just like trivial shit. Like if you were in space with 3 other people, who would you take and why?
Yeah.
And I said, so this was from Monday night. I said, some really attractive woman, don't get who, not fussy. And then I said, and I'd also take 2 gay guys with me, so I'd have no competition for the woman.
Oh my God.
And I'd have some sort of entertainment in between shagging. Like, that's kind of like what I just. So like, there's a funny side, and
Yeah.
but is a think you know.
Yeah, good. So that Andy Man's Club is a
So
great
that's
one.
Andy's Man Club, and they are lifesavers.
Yeah.
And anyone, I think there's a female version as well, but I don't know what that is. So any lads out there, just and if you can't go to a session in person, there are online sessions that you can. You basically get a Zoom link.
Yeah.
You email them in the morning, and it's really helpful because you're just talking to other blokes that have. Like the issue with mental health is that you think you're on your own.
Mm.
You think it's only you, but it's only by talking you realise that it's not only you. There's loads of you, and there's loads of bloody good men that suffer.
Yeah.
And I mean, like wonderful people, but they suffer, and yeah, so that's kind of why most of my friends in Barnsley are men, because I know him from Andy's Man Club.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know the women.
I think on that note, that's a really good place to finish because that's thank you for being so open and honest, James. That's brilliant, and I'm sure that we could probably sit here and talk for hours on this stuff. And you're very welcome to come back on and have another chat with us another time, mate. And I hope to see you soon for the comedy as well. Hopefully we can get a bit of a car share. Maybe I can come pick you up and we can go somewhere and do a gig and it's always a good car share with James. It's always nice. I've done a few, haven't we?
Yeah, no, I'd love to, mate. As long as we can, if we can get on the same bill and whatnot, then that's good. Trouble is, I can't do weekends because I've got my boy, and that's a problem for comedy because gigs weekends, and you end up having to gig on a Tuesday night.
Yeah,
for fuck all.
Yeah, that's
and
it.
Spend all your pocket money on beer.
Anything to add before we go, Charlie?
No, I'm good. Just thanks for coming on, James. Good luck with your comedy.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, and everything else, and selling your house.
Yeah.
Probably reasons I can't sell it yet. But,
men's club.
It's kind of like I won't be poor when I sell it, but until I sell it, I'm very poor.
Yeah.
I'm trying to downsize because it's me and my boy. I don't need 4 bedrooms.
No, you need a flat, don't you? Really, couple of bedrooms, job done.
So.
Right, thank you ever so much for joining us, guys and gals out there. If you've enjoyed this, please subscribe to our YouTube. What's our YouTube? It's just Funnyfarm Pod, isn't it? We also have a Patreon where you can get exclusive stuff and early access to our weekly episodes. That is patreon.com/Funnyfarm We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram. Where else are we, Charlie? Charlie does all our social media.
Yeah, if you need to contact us, if you want to have a chat, we're not professionals, but we're always we can always listen. So you can email us in at hello@funnyfarmpod.co.uk. Any suggestions you've got for the pod, anything you want us to do, challenges, or if you want to just have a chat about anything, just email us in.
Yeah, and please like, subscribe, hit the bell, and all that kind of stuff. It helps. Thank you.
I thought it helps mental health as well.
Yeah, and that's
more
what
you subscribe, the better you feel in your head.
Yeah,
I've heard that.
That's right. Yeah, you'll feel a lot better for yourself. But yeah, keep raising awareness for mental health. It should be talked about more. There shouldn't be a stigma around it. Thank you for being so open and honest with us, James. And yeah, peace out, mate. Thank you ever so much. We'll see you all soon.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much, gents.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.